Hello, my name is Lion Alan Hall and I am from District 105 CE. LCIF, your foundation, provides grants to Lions to serve the communities throughout the world. The foundation's campaign, Campaign 100, was developed to increase a culture of giving and becoming a sustainable, established US $100 million a year foundation. This will allow LCIF to increase the service impact, fight diabetes, and expand our global causes. Launched at the Las Vegas convention in 2018, Campaign 100 was due to be completed in 2021. But this has been extended to 2022 due to the COVID pandemic. Funds raised from Campaign 100 will increase LCIF's service impact in its historic cause areas of vision, youth, disaster relief, and humanitarian efforts. Fighting diabetes by reducing diabetes and improving the quality of life for those diagnosed. Expanding the global causes by identifying needs and developing sustainable programs in childhood cancer, the environment, and hunger. The aim was to raise $300 million during the campaign. To date, over $240 million has been raised, so $60 million is left to raise in the last 3 months of the campaign. So far, this Lionistic year, Campaign 100 has received $45 million, with this multiple district contributing almost $300,000. So let's have a last push to reach that goal. In this session, we will take a look at how to find help. The LCIF district coordinators are an important member of your district leadership team. LCIF exists to make Lions service possible, and your LCIF district coordinator is your district's connection to LCIF. LCIF district coordinators, through the clubs, can implement fundraising strategies and build awareness of LCIF in their district. There will be many opportunities to meet with Lions and members of the public throughout your district, so please promote LCIF and Campaign 100 wherever possible. We can achieve our ambitious goals by striving for the participation of every Lion and every club within our districts. Campaign 100 can make it possible for Lions to serve hundreds of millions of people every year. And Campaign 100 can empower the service of Lions in our own communities and around the world for years to come. So what are the key roles of the LCIF coordinators? To keep members informed of LCIF activities. Advise on the club MJF credits. To inform you of the different types of recognition. To assist in completing MJF award applications. To help with grant applications you may have, and to answer any queries that you may have. LCIF asks every Lion to participate in 3 key ways. To donate to LCIF. Lions and clubs are asked to consider making contributions to LCIF, no matter how small. An equivalent contribution of $100 from each member through fundraising activities and donations made by non-Lions and local businesses would achieve the foundation's goal. All donations made from all sources count towards the overall goal. To be an advocate for LCIF. Advocating for LCIF is a very valuable way for Lions to support the foundation. Lions can tell the stories of LCIF and how your foundation helps communities around the world. Lions are better than anyone at describing the importance of LCIF service. And volunteering in LCIF focused areas. Lions can implement projects in the global causes the foundation supports. Empowering Lions service is the ultimate goal of all LCIF work. And when Lions volunteer, they help achieve the foundation's mission. In this session, we will take a look at the awards and recognitions from LCIF. LCIF recognised donations made by individuals and clubs. Model clubs require donations of an average of $500 per member over 3 years by June 2023. This takes into consideration family members, members at large, etc. 100% contributing members requires each club member to make a donation in that year. Lions Share recognises Lions who have given annually to the foundation in one of 3 levels: $50, $100, and $200. Melvin Jones Fellowships require a donation of $1,000 from an individual or a club. For further details, please contact your district LCIF coordinator. Model clubs are a great way a club can be recognised for the contribution it makes to LCIF. There are different categories for model clubs depending on the contributions made. $500 average per member is the starting point, going up to a premier model club with a contribution of $3,500 plus per member average. There are 67 model clubs within the multiple district. There are over 4,300 Melvin Jones Fellows and Progressive Melvin Jones Fellows currently issued within the multiple district, which proves clubs recognise their members for the work they do. But how many more MJFs could be awarded? There are over $3 million worth of MJF credits sat in the bank. So please think about awarding these to worthy individuals. Melvin Jones recipients may be members of the public or Lions members. A great way to recognise individual humanitarian efforts.
Let's turn to the events that are happening over in Ukraine at the moment and see how LCIF has reacted to these events and show how LCIF has supported at club level to deliver help where it's needed. So what are the challenges that LCIF faced when approaching the refugee crisis from the Ukraine war? War versus natural disaster offers different challenges. It's an extended period, it's an uncertain period. If you have an earthquake, if you have a typhoon, if you have a tornado, it's done and gone. You know the size of the damage and the challenge and complexity of the recovery. You don't need that. You don't have that with a war. So there are many variables. So the strategy for serving the refugee crisis is immediate safety is the priority. So making sure people are safe, supporting Lions who are there on the front line or close to the front line and their actions they're taking. So we're going to get the donations to people effectively so as they can supply the goods or the services that are needed by the refugees. And progressively we begin to plan for the long term and eventually when the war is over. So let's explain the grant program that is currently being operated. There's a $15,000 grant available to countries with 100 or more displaced Ukrainian refugees. This includes the distribution of basic needs, food, medicines, etc. It may seem a small amount, but it means grants can be directed towards what's required as a priority at that moment in time. It can spend quickly, and then it can be renewed if necessary with a further grant with a changed priority or the same priority. There's a quick application process, and that approvals are typically finalised within 48 hours. So that's the way the program's operating. Now I'd like to show you some examples of how grants have been applied and who's been receiving them. So here we are, examples of 3 grants that have gone to Ukraine. First one is to deal with displaced persons in Kiev and Chernihiv, and dealt with food and medicine. Second one dealt with displaced persons, supporting the people that are in bomb shelters, and the kits included food, medicine, hygiene. And more than 400 people were served with this grant. The third grant, again, internally displaced people, supporting evacuated orphans in eastern Ukraine. Again, food, medicine, clothes, and it's estimated to have served 1,000 people. So you can see 3 different grants serving 3 different points within the Ukraine. So quick action directed to where it's required. And you can see a picture there of a young child excited to be receiving in the bomb shelter food for him and his other people in the shelter. So here are 2 further examples of how grants have been applied. Hungary borders onto Ukraine. They applied for and received a $15,000 grant to provide relief packs, food, water, sanitation supplies, and that's been estimated to 3,000 people. Romania, $15,000 again, kits, which included this time sleeping bags and blankets, and that supplied border cities, and that's been estimated to serve 1,000 people. Next slide is a video put together by the Lions of Cluj in Romania, where they actually cross the border and take supplies into the Ukraine.
și așteptăm să trecem în Ucraina. Lucrurile sunt destul de precipitate aici, agitație mare, lume multă, televiziune, am văzut tot felul de limbi că vorbeau la intrare, așa că urmează un pod îngust de lemn, se vede acolo în față, încerc să fiu discret. Mai fac într-o dacă... Da, eu încerc să și filmez. Uite podul. Are din asta. Are o pătură, șervețele umede, croissant, biscuit, un cârnaț învit, apă, toate sunt la fel. O parte din ele nu au pătură, au în loc de pătură o geacă. Noi nouțe sunt toate.
Am înțeles, am înțeles.
Bine? Doamne ajută, se descurcă pe aici. Right now we're happy we're able to we did it, and you know we're actually already planning a next trip with yes, with humanitarian help. There are so many needs. The lady was explaining me how part of the stuff that she's receiving here, they're packing and they're sending it to Kiev and other cities that are you know, bombed and in a conflict right now.